Okay, it's time to do a 10-team real live draft here, not a mock draft. This is an actual team, even though it's only free ESPN. It's full PPR, 10-team. Maybe I'm going to turn off the sound there. Okay, so we got the second pick, randomly drawn here. So I want McCaffrey, but we'll probably have to settle for Saquon here. I know that people really want Michael Thomas, especially in full PPR, and I don't blame them, but you better have a strategy for running backs if you're going to do that. I just generally don't consider anyone but running backs in the first round here. Oh boy, some of these guys take forever. This guy here, oh, there he goes. Yeah, he took McCaffrey. Okay, let's go Saquon. You could pick Zeke there. It's whatever. He's been more durable than Saquon, but we'll try Saquon there, and hopefully he realizes his potential this year. Okay. Even though it's a real draft, I'd imagine we'll get into a fair number of autos later. Michael Thomas third. Lamar Jackson fourth. Oof. Well, I mean, that's great. That just means we're going to have an extra running back available by the time it comes back to us. I mean, you could take Lamar before that. Just he's so dominant. I mean, 6 or 7 or 8 points more per game than anyone else at the quarterback position. The number one guy in fantasy, even more than McCaffrey. I mean, in half PPR. I guess in full PPR, McCaffrey would have beat him. But, yeah, way too early for a QB. Kamara sixth. Dalvin Cook, a risky pick anyway with his injury history. You have to get Alexander Madison if you take him. But yeah, with his holdout too, yikes. Yikes. All right, so in the first 2 rounds, I don't even look at wide receivers unless there was just no running backs left at all. I would consider, though, the top 2 quarterbacks or the top 2 tight ends. I always say that, but you can do that. But I wish they had the draft board here. I don't think they do on ESPN, do they? Every other site has that, I think. I don't see it anywhere. History rules. No. No, so who are we targeting when it comes back to us here? At least one running back. ESPN's a bit behind, I think, on their ADP adjustments. I mean, Mahomes is still way down there. Kittle's later than I'd expect. Miles Sanders is later than I'd expect. So, I mean, I want for sure 2 or 3 stud running backs. But again, PPR is the one exception because the whole point of full PPR is to make wide receivers more valuable. And then, on top of that, you've got the running backs, where all of a sudden guys like Tariq Cohen and James White and Kareem Hunt and all that, who aren't really viable starters in non-PPR or even half PPR, all of a sudden they're viable starters. But then again, on the other side of the coin, you can also get your Jamison Crowders and your Golden Tates as receivers, so you don't need the fancy receivers either as much. So, yeah, it's full PPR is interesting. I like how things have kind of settled on half PPR. I think that's a really good medium. And if you're starting a league, I mean, I think that's what you should do, certainly. I think you'll get the best results out of that. But, I like to do some full PPRs. They're fun. They're a bit different. All right, we had an auto pick already for some reason there. Team Jackson. Now you get into the point where, I mean, Tyreek Hill is a good value here, but I don't need him that badly. And he's a real boomer bust option. He'll have a big game, and then I think he's got a really low floor because there's a lot that Pat Mahomes can do with that offense without Hill. So I don't like to. I just will never take Tyreek Hill, and it's nothing against him, but if I get him late thirds, yeah, okay, I would take him there, but yeah, I'm not taking him in the first or second round. There's no way. I mean, I tried taking Devontae Adams a lot last year, and that burned me. So I'm kind of off the Devontae train. I know he's got the great situation, but they want to be a running team, and the Packers, who knows what they're doing. They're just drafting the positions that they already have. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, okay. So Travaskis, Tyreek's still there. Well, they're probably trying to tempt me, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. Not with Miles. Like, look at all these good tight ends here. And all the good running backs. Both. No tight ends off the board. Numerous stud running backs. Look at Tyreek fall. Amazing. There goes Kelsey. I'll take Kittle over Kelsey. In redraft or dynasty, either one. And there goes Tyreek. So I don't even have to be tempted. Lots of good stuff here. You know what? I kind of want Sanders, but Kittle and Mahomes. You know what? No, let's take Sanders. You could make the case there that you take Kittle or Mahomes if you really want them, and then you're still going to have at least one of Chubb, Jacobs, or Sanders there. So you could definitely make the case there, but let's just not get too cute. And now when it comes back, I can really consider Kittle and Mahomes unless the guy with the first pick takes both of those, which would be really tempting. If you got McCaffrey, if you get the best running back and maybe the best tight end and the best quarterback, arguably, you know, I've tried that. I'd love to do that, but it would still require having a good running back plan. Man, who did he take? Golladay and Evans? So in the third round, we've still got Chubb, Jacobs, Kittle, and Mahomes. Man, I haven't seen that ever in all my hundreds of drafts I've done this year. Wow. Let's go with George Kittle. I don't want to think about it too much there. Any of those would have been fine, though. Chubb, Jacobs. You could even make a case for Allen Robinson. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Mahomes, or Kittle. Kittle's such a beast, though. I mean, with tight ends, I like to either get them at the very end or take a true stud early on. I used to always take Jimmy Graham when he was in New Orleans, Gronk when he was in his prime, Kelsey a few years ago. I do like having the edge of a true alpha tight end where they're really rare. You might get 2 or 3 or 4 max. And there's usually 1 or 2 really clear top ones there, so... All right, so there go Jacobs and Mahomes. Chubb's still on the board. See, I was tempted to take Chubb there and then take Kareem Hunt, who's a great PPR option by himself. Never mind if he's your handcuff for Chubb too. There goes Chubb. Yeah, still a while till us, but that was fun there. I don't know. What do you think about that? George Kittle. I think it's more important to get him than Mahomes. Lamar I would have taken there in the third, though. His rushing floor is so high that it just is ridiculous for fantasy. So I would have taken Lamar there, but Mahomes, in redraft, I don't know. He's awesome, but is he that much of an edge over the other guys? If he's healthy for the full year, maybe, but he doesn't have the rushing that Lamar does, which is why Lamar is so high. All right. So draft's moving at an okay clip. Not the fastest, not the slowest. But then you get into all these running backs here that are just, ugh. I have a problem with all those running backs there. Clyde's okay as an RB3. I don't think I've seen him go to the end of the 4th round. Oh, there he goes. That would have been surprising. Allen Robinson. Wow. So who do we like here? Allen Robinson. No. Don't think so. AJ Brown, Robert Woods. I like those two. We should be able to get one or both of those. And I think if we get out of here with 2 good running backs, the best tight end, and 2 of my favorite receivers, that's a great start. But I mean, right in the 4th and 5th round is just the sweet spot where you can get some really good receivers. Ertz, don't trust him at all. If they don't have every single receiver hurt this year, he won't get quite as much, and Goddard's always there taking a lot of tight end touches as well. But Allen Robinson, he should not be falling this far. He's a beast. Where are we at? Pick 37. We're on pick 38. I can't pick Robinson fast enough if he's still there. All right. Come on, Legand. All right. Wow. He took Cortland Sutton over Allen Robinson. I don't think so, sir. But now AJ or Robert Woods. Boy. Robert Woods only had 2 touchdowns last year, which is just weird. I would expect him to get a lot more this year. AJ Brown, clear number 1 receiver. Corey Davis is useless. If he's still there, I'm assuming he's still there, but he's useless. All right, Allen Robinson, was not expecting that. I would expect that if you want Allen Robinson, you normally have to get him in the 2nd or 3rd round. Late 4th is a bit unrealistic there. All right, Le'Veon. Well, we're guaranteed one of AJ or Woods. Woods finally ranked ahead of Cup. That is correct. Chark, I like to. Singletary. All right, but if we can get our 2nd good receiver, I think we'll be in good shape, and we can. Beckham. Jarvis Landry will surprise you if you see what his stats were last year. Brown or Woods, Brown or Woods. Oh, let's go AJ Brown. My 3rd week 11 bye and 5 guys. You know, I really don't worry about bye weeks at all. You know, so much changes. You end up with, you know, some of your guys are hurt and you pick up a bunch of new guys and you should have a pretty deep bench. And, you know, I don't worry about bye weeks. I think that's kind of silly. It seems to never really come into play. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't. I don't recall ever in 15 years really finding a week where it just ruined me. I know there's been some tougher ones, and it's tough to keep your guys on your bench while also, you know, picking up guys just to fill in. You know, sometimes you might have to drop some good guys, but that's about it. I mean, other than that. All right. So, of course, we're not considering kickers or defenses here. I know guys like to get cute and trying to get the best one, but don't do it. It's not an edge at all. Because no kickers ever way ahead of the other kickers. And for defenses, you pretty much need to stream them. So you might even have them for a week or 2. And then, I don't know, I don't like starting even a good defense against a really good offense. So look for where you can get the edges. Kittle's a nice edge. And yeah, with quarterbacks here, though, you can get a guy so late. Unless you're getting Lamar. You know, you don't need to overspend. You can get a Minshew or Tannehill or Goff at the very end, and they're going to be just great for you. So, all right. We only have 1 auto so far. All right, so who are we targeting next? I usually get all my receivers out of the way here in rounds, you know, 3 to 6, 4 to 7, anywhere like that. 3 or 4 receivers, and I'm good. Probably take 1 more here, but we can consider Singletary. Not really worried about Moss too much. And Singletary just looked fantastic last year. He really impressed me. He can catch the ball. He can run. He's just great. Great rushing offense there. There goes Robert Woods. Okay. So we still got a few picks left here until us. Okay, so we've got such a nice balanced team here. It's tough to say who we should take next here. So, DJ Chark went. I would have considered him. Devontae Parker, if you need a wide receiver, but boy, Jonathan Taylor's tempting there. But Kareem Hunt, Cam Akers, Tariq Cohen. Look at that 3 in a row there. I think we're going to take 2 of those. Starting running, you can never have too many starting running backs, even in full PPR. I know it's extra important in non-PPR, but in full PPR even, just you can never run out of. You can never rather have too many running backs. It just you can't. So let's go with Cam Akers, who I'm expecting to be the new Gurley. Don't let me down, Cam. I love watching his highlights, and that's one of the biggest mistakes I think you can do is falling in love with a guy's college highlights, but I don't normally do that. But I've been doing that with Akers and Jerry Jeudy, so we'll see. All right, so I think Kareem Hunt is our next target here. Tariq Cohen is the consolation prize. Is it going to show last year? Oh yeah, this is kind of not working on my computer for some reason here. Yeah, well, let's see if we can see the last few games for Cohen last year. Or that was Cohen, sorry. Kareem. Yeah. I think you got to put Kareem ahead of him. If you have Chubb, you need Hunt. It's not even negotiable. All right, so 3 good running backs. Let's get a 4th one, and then we're just way ahead of the game. Again, Devontae Parker's... The problem is, if you look at when Preston Smith was there, yeah, he wasn't nearly as effective. So I'm a little worried there. Plus, he was terrible for 4 years, and all of a sudden he just shows up 1 year. So I'm not sure about that. Evan Ingram, good grief. He'll play about 2 games and get hurt. All right, well, let's go Kareem Hunt. All right. Oh, boy. Well, this will take an hour till our next pick. All right, somehow Tariq Cohen is still on the board here. We're at pick 76, and I don't know what he's doing there. But if we somehow get him too, that would be just beautiful. Higbee just went, who we don't need because we have Kittle. I have Higbee on most teams, though. Tariq I want. James White. Jamison Crowder. Who's taking Gronk, honestly? Come on, guys. He's like 150 pounds now. Tyler Boyd, I can't decide what to think about him this year. I don't know. Okay. Well, let's see. Tariq Cohen, wow, that's still... Oh, well, this person, let's see. That is all positions. This is a personal auto draft Tariq if they don't pick on their own, right? Come on, buddy. Pick somebody else. Yeah, there he goes. Wow, it took an auto draft in the late 8th round to take Tariq Cohen in full PPR. Tariq's awesome. I like how he went on Twitter the other day and he was telling people to show him video of where he screwed up and he'd tell people what he was thinking. I thought that was pretty funny. All right. Ronald Jones. I don't trust anything on Tampa. Anything. None of it. Hollywood Brown. Marvin Jones, boring. Will Fuller, injury prone. Darrell Henderson, they don't believe in him at all. Kerryon Johnson's done. And here we are. All right. Well, James White, full PPR. I can't even click it fast enough. What a great player. Okay. Then, so we got 5 running backs right now. That's solid. Got our tight end, got our 2 running backs. I think we'll wait till the very end for a quarterback and a defense and a kicker. So we can afford to go wide receiver here who... I'm going for Jamison Crowder. Surprisingly low floor for a guy who seems to catch so many balls, but just an unbelievably high ceiling too in full PPR. I think Johnson, Golden Tate. Yeah, this is oh, Debo. So he misses a few games, then he wins me my league. So that'll be nice. So we can get him later probably. People will probably be worried about his injury. I would use him as a depth wide receiver, but then as hopefully a stud later on in the year when the games matter in fantasy playoffs and things like that. So, all right, happy to. Philip Lindsay. And that's very interesting. But I mean, I think we have to go Crowder here. I think I'm a better running back than Sony Michel. Those two guys I like. He's okay. Henry Ruggs is Mecole Hardman. They're the same person. Bills. Jesus. Okay, Crowder. All right. Let's see what we've got at pick 99. And here we are at pick 99. And Philip Lindsay's still here somehow. Whew. I think we're okay for running backs, and I know they're going to really try to give it to Gordon there. So let's go with Deontay Johnson. I said Preston Smith earlier. I meant Preston Williams. All right. And then, ooh, might miss on Debo. I'd really love Tate, but I'm not missing out on Debo. Oh, I love Debo. I almost like him more with the injury, so you can get him even later. I love it. Okay. See, this is the type of draft I like. 5 running backs, 5 wide receivers, the best tight end, and plenty of good quarterbacks available. Beautiful. We only have 2 bench spots left. Wow. Okay. Anything interesting here? Just Golden Tate. All right, let's see what's going on at pick 119. I'm kind of sad here. 3 guys in a row I really like. Boston Scott, Alexander Madison, Golden Tate. Oh, Boston Scott, especially since we've got Miles Sanders. That is unfortunate. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Latavius, Damian Williams. Like those, okay. Wide receivers. Yeah. Pretty iffy. CeeDee Lamb, Judy's already gone. Rashad Perryman I like. All right, well, let's go running backs here. If Latavius is here, we'll take him. He was the top guy in fantasy, I think, the 2 weeks that Kamara was hurt in the middle of the season last year. So go with Latavius. Damian Williams is still the starter for now. I don't mind getting him. And he was just taken. Okay. Latavius it is. Nyheim Hines with Phillip Rivers throwing his pass catching back the ball. Very interesting. Not liking him quite enough. Man, what do we do here? We take a chance with CeeDee Lamb, or we go with a quarterback. We don't need to. We can wait. Right? So, Tevin Coleman is an interesting one. I think he'll get plenty of starts still. But, you know, let's go with CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper sucks. All right. Okay. We need a quarterback, defense, and kicker. Bree should still be good. Really should. But yeah. Joe Burrow. Boy, that's a tough one to call. He could be amazing or just terrible. All right, let's see what's going on at pick 139. Okay, and we're 1 pick away from 139. Still lots of great quarterbacks. What'd I tell you? So, Tannehill, Goff, Burrow, Minshew. I'd take Rivers and redraft if I had to. Daniel Jones. A lot of people think he's going to be the real deal there. I'm just going to go with Tannehill here. Goff throws too many interceptions, which is the thing I don't like there. He needs a better O-line. He's just one of those quarterbacks who needs a good O-line. Some of the guys are good quarterbacks no matter what, like Russell Wilson. Jared Goff is an amazing quarterback if he has an O-line. He's just not one of those guys who can do that great behind a bad O-line, unfortunately. All right. And I tend to like kicker then defense instead of the other way around, like I always say, because I like to keep my kicker for the whole year if I can. Whereas a defense, I stream them and I change them every week. Justin Tucker. Boom. Okay, so we're coming up to our last pick, which is our defense. Now, in fairness, no, we do have to draft them here. The neat thing you can do in ESPN, though, is they'll make you draft, one of everything, and we can't even see running backs or anything else right now. But as soon as you've drafted your team, you can then go and look on the waiver wire, and if there are guys you like, there's leagues where I've found a couple good guys I really want. I'll drop my kicker and defense and pick up a couple depth running backs, especially early in the summer like this. We're in early July here. So, why not sit there with some extra depth guys on the chart? Like if you have an Alexander Madison or something and Delvin Cook holds out or gets hurt, I picked him up in one league where he's just sitting on the waiver wire. Instead of everyone rushing there, if that happens, just pick him up now. You can always pick up a defense or a kicker last second. So who do we have here? I like the Chiefs week 1. I like the Eagles week 1. Chargers. Who else? I like the Colts, but someone took them already somehow. Yeah, Chargers, best secondary in the league against a quarterback making his first ever start, who I feel like he'll have a tough time, Joe Burrow, that first game, but other than that, he'll be just fine. Oh, I hear fireworks. It was supposed to be the start of the Calgary Stampede tonight. So, just in case you're wondering if there are any good things about COVID-19, cancellation of the Calgary Stampede was definitely one of them. Okay. We used to always just go away just so we didn't have to be around those yahoos and office people going to beer gardens and all that annoying stuff. All right. Let's go Chargers. Let's go to Hunter Renfrow. I really like that pick in full PPR. That's a beautiful 16th round pick. Well done. Slot receiver for a quarterback who doesn't throw the ball very far. Love that. All right, so yeah, we'll take the Chargers. Yeah, Chargers it is. Okay, this is a great team. I love this. Tannehill, you got Barkley and Sanders, Robinson and Brown, Kittle, Akers, Chargers, Tucker. How do we get Justin Tucker? Like, we got the best kicker in the league, not even trying. Other than, if I would have taken him in the very last round, might not have gotten him, but yeah, that's amazing that we got Justin Tucker. I don't usually get him. But anyway, Kareem Hunt, James White, Jamison Crowder, Deontay Johnson, Deebo Samuel, Latavius Murray, CeeDee Lamb, all guys with massive upside, and that's what you want on your bench. Massive upside. Some of them, like James White and Kareem Hunt, don't even have to be the starting running back. They can be the backup / third down back and still make it worth your while, especially in full PPR. So that's how you do a full PPR 10-team draft from position number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again next time.